Howdy y'all, and welcome back to Ginger Cowgirl's Nook. Today we will be coloring this cute adorable picture out of large print easy adult coloring book Christmas by Peppa Page. We'll be using our Cali art markers today, which I have just over there. Yeah, let's get started. Make sure my blotter page is where it needs to be. So, how is everybody? What are y'all coloring? What are you coloring with? Please let me know down in the comments. I love to know what you guys are coloring with and coloring in. It has been a pretty busy day today. Well, I guess not too busy, but I had to go get, hold on just a second, all my markers just dumped out right next to me. Markers. Today I had to go get the desk for my son. We're getting him a desk for Christmas. Found an adorably cute one on Facebook that we went and got him. I'm gonna have to end up painting it black and red though to match the rest of his room, which is okay. I'll just spray paint it like I did the other furniture that's in his room in the first place. And I found when I took my son to the Dollar Tree today, because he was at a friend's house when I took the other two, or no, he wasn't at a friend's house. Good Lord, what am I saying? It was late yesterday when we went to go Christmas shopping for the kids to get presents for me and Daddy and their siblings. Our youngest child was asleep in the car, so we didn't want to wake him up, so I ended up taking the older two kids in one at a time so they could pick out 3 or 4, maybe 5 little items for their gift baskets to each other. But unfortunately the youngest was asleep, so we didn't want to wake him up because he was having such a really hard time as it is. Cranky wise, you know, he's still a little kid. So my husband stayed in the car and we went in and got that stuff, and I took my youngest son today to do the exact same thing. And while I was at the Dollar Tree, I found this really cute buffalo checkered, or buffalo check I guess you could say, red and black soft, like the soft storage bins that people usually put in like their cube furniture that has like, it's like a shelf or something with like a whole bunch of little cubes in it. Cube furniture, that's what I call it. I don't know if that's really what it's called, but that's what I call it. So I found a black and red checkered one of those, which will go perfect for his room since his room is black and red anyway. So that'll be nice. And I got the stuff I need to make hot chocolate bombs, aside from I gotta go get candy melts and some sprinkles and stuff for the hot chocolate bombs that are going for a couple other gift baskets that we do every year. Well, we usually don't do a gift basket every year, but we usually do presents for these particular people. But this year I decided that I wanted to do hot cocoa bombs, so I gotta go get a few cheap supplies for that. And then other than that, making the gift baskets, the hot chocolate bombs for the gift basket, and going to purchase some theater size candy. I'm done with Christmas. I have the kids a Santa gifts in my Amazon shopping cart, which I will be purchasing soon. Went and got all the stuff that I was going to get from the store. Everything else is being shipped here by Amazon. So I just got to collect it as it comes and wrap it and put it under the Christmas tree. So that's all going to work out. I am actually quite love shopping for Christmas on Amazon. Part of me really likes going to like in the store and go shopping, because then I have all the stuff and I don't have to wait or I don't have to worry or any of that, because I already have it. But I gotta tell you, it was very, very nice to order stuff online. I mean, we did go into Walmart a lot recently, but it hasn't been too bad. And thankfully we don't have to do all of our Christmas shopping there. So I'm excited about that. Got some really exciting stuff coming for my kids. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait till they open them. Some of them they're going to be so happy about. Can't wait to get my husband's massager here. My husband has scoliosis, so he goes to physical therapy, and they use a deep percussion massager on his back and his neck and his shoulders. And this year we found out, well, this year he just started physical therapy, but we usually get like the little massagers, you know, like the little cheap ones that are everywhere for like Christmas, and like we use that, like the little battery operated ones for his neck especially. But this year, since he was at physical therapy, we know that we need to use a percussion massager on him to help ease the tension and stuff that his scoliosis causes him. And so I was really excited when I looked on Amazon and I found some fairly affordable ones. I mean, there's some clear from $30 clear up to like 200 and something. So we got him one of those. That's going to be one of his Christmas gifts. I'm really excited for that. It's going to help him so much, and my hands are going to be saved from trying to massage his very, very tense skin. Especially now that he works and goes to school and all of that stuff. I mean, he's always worked, but now he's going to school to be a heavy machine operator, so that's going to be nice that my hands will be saved from trying to rub, you know, his muscles where they hurt so bad. I'll just have to worry about my hand getting numb from the vibration of the percussion massager, but it's okay. It's worth it if it helps him. So we got one of those coming. And a whole bunch of stuff for the kids. Like they got hot dots coming, and they got tracks coming, and they got coloring books coming. Well, technically they don't have coloring books coming because their coloring books arrived today. All of them. Or, well, yesterday actually. Today we are supposed to get the last Advent calendar coloring book. If you saw my last video, you know what I was talking about. But it was supposed to be here yesterday, but obviously it didn't make it. And then it says that it was supposed to be here today, which I didn't really think was going to happen anyways, because it being Sunday and all, but you know, it happens. Yes, this is Sunday. Yes, I'm pre-recording this video. It will be up on Wednesday for y'all to watch. So, anyway, so we got that percussion massager coming in. I'm really excited for that, you guys. You don't know how excited I am for that for my husband. he has such a hard time and suffers so much with his back that I'm very excited to be able to give it to him for Christmas. He knows that I was trying to look for one. He doesn't know that I was actually able to find one. So that's gonna be awesome for him. And then found some really cool stuff for my older kids. So I have my one son, and he really likes a lot of random like cartoons that aren't very much heard of. So like, they're not really cartoons, they're like books basically, like Goosebumps and The Last Kids on Earth and a few other like that. And I tried to find toys or something that he could use, that he could have to play with, since he loves these books, but I couldn't find anything for Goosebumps. But I did, however, find one playset of The Last Kids on Earth. It's their little treehouse playset. And he's going to be really excited about that, because he asked me a couple days ago if he could build one out of cardboard and if I would help him. And I said, yeah, we could build one out of cardboard. And then I found that one, and he decided that instead of the treehouse for The Last Kids on Earth, even though he don't have action figures for him, he just wanted the treehouse. He decided that he was wanted to build a Roblox little house thing, whatever, for his Roblox instead. So that was nice. So he's gonna be really excited when he finds out on Christmas that I had got that for him. Well, my husband and I. And then for our middle son, we found him a really awesome Beyblade arena. He really loves Beyblade. It's a show that he watches. It's kind of like Tops, except for like they battle each other. So he's gonna be really excited for that awesome arena. And then our youngest son, I just found, originally I wanted to get him like a Super Wings or maybe Paw Patrol, but I really wanted to find him Super Wings. That's his favorite show. It has been for a while, and I did find Super Wing toys, but then I wanted to find like a playhouse or like the airport, the Super Wings airport for him. I found it, but I don't understand why it has to be so expensive. $60 for the cheapest one. Well, not the cheapest. I did find a $40 one, but still, that's so expensive for plastic, y'all. I just like, I don't know. So I'm like, okay, I'll keep looking, see if maybe I could find another playset or something. No, couldn't find anything else. I found different versions of the airport, but they were even more expensive. So kind of had to throw that theory out the window, because there's no way I would be able to afford that. And I think it's ridiculous that it's so expensive, but that's just me. Maybe for some of y'all it's not that bad. Maybe for some of y'all you're like, $40 ain't that bad, $60 ain't that bad. But for me and my family, we feel like that's a really bad price, so I'm not gonna get it. And then I tried to find Paw Patrol. Same problem with Paw Patrol, really expensive stuff. And so I came to the conclusion, and maybe this is just my frustration because I've been searching for quite a few days or whatever, that the play sets for boys Not that I care if my kids play with like girl toys or boy toys, because I don't. I really don't care, but what most people classify as boy toys, their play sets are so expensive. I looked at like Paw Patrol, Batman, Avengers, Super Wings, Top Wings, Thomas, and all of these shows that my kid really likes to watch. Kids really like to watch, and it's ridiculous how expensive it is. I just don't get it. So, eventually I found the smart car racetracks and stuff that were pretty good. I mean, some of them were ridiculous price too, but some of them were, you know, about $20 or so, which I think is a fair price for, you know, like a little play set. So I ended up getting him a racetrack set for his smart cars, so that was good. I just couldn't believe how expensive and how hard it was to find play sets boy play sets that weren't above $50. But got it all taken care of now. They'll be happy. I'm not going to stress about it anymore because I got their Santa gifts and all of their gifts, so I'm just going to try my best not to stress about it. And then I have to get the hubby and I's Christmas soon. And hubby and I decided that we'll do that next paycheck, which would be, you know, really, really close to Christmas. But, you know, it's alright. We get it. So, anyway, so that's my little vent session at the moment. Is that, guys, I think I really messed up this butterfly. I was hoping it would be like lots of different colors of red, but kinda looks really bad right now. Oh well. You learn as you go as you learn. I will just have to make sure not to do stuff the same color. I wanted to try to do this butterfly all in reds because I just did a picture where I was challenged by one of my sons to do one picture all in the same tone. And so of course I asked him what color he wanted, and he wanted me to do it in all blues. So I did, and I will take a picture of the book, I will take a picture of the picture and post it onto Instagram. But I thought that turned out so nice that I was kind of excited to try it again, and kind of regretting the decision over there. So we'll see how it is when it all dries. But yeah, so finally got all the Christmas shopping done. Not worried about it except for just me and the hubbies, and it'll be alright. I got all of the animals that I was going to crochet done. I ended up crocheting a cat, an elephant, a teddy bear, a puppy, and a spider. All in this really cute like winter theme. They all have scarf and winter hats on for my kids and my niece and nephew to go with their hot chocolate bombs, like I mentioned earlier, to hold their cups. And I have 2 out of the, well, 1.5 out of the 3 wallets that I have to make. My middle son's wallet is done, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to take that one apart and stitch where I didn't think I would have to stitch in order for it to hold its shape for a long time. So that kind of, I want to say that kind of sucks because I actually really enjoy working with leather, but I was just kind of annoyed with it because I didn't think it would. I mean, I knew eventually I would have to stitch it, but you know, at some point, but I didn't expect it to fall apart so easily. I mean, it didn't like fall apart because it's made out of leather, but the glue that I used, the rubber cement glue that I used to hold the smallest pocket on, started to peel up. So I'm gonna have to go in and deconstruct the wallet so that I can build it the right way and stitch the pockets down like I did in my eldest son's, which I did in most of the pockets on my middle son's wallet, but just not that one. So I'm going to have to definitely make sure that I go back and fix that stitching, which is probably what I'm going to do after I finish recording this video. Just go sit down at my leather craft area and throw together some wallets and fix the one that needs to be fixed, and hopefully start on the other one. And then after I get those done, then I think I will have all of the crafts that I was going to make aside from the grace game done. And usually, guys, I don't wait this long to start making Christmas gifts. Usually I start in November making them. However, this year, due to COVID and financial reasons, I couldn't purchase the stuff that I needed to until December. So now I'm kind of in crunch mode trying to get all of these crafts done for before Christmas. So luckily this year I decided I didn't want to be too ambitious. I know some of you are thinking, what? Ambitious, girl? That is ambitious. What I mean by ambitious is last year I made quilts for all three of my sons, travel size quilts and travel size pillows that I quilted for them and crocheted them. Oh no, I didn't. Yeah, I crocheted them beanies and gloves last year, and I crocheted a vest jacket and a huge dinosaur and a huge puppy for my other niece and nephew. I created 2 superhero stuffed animals crocheted for my other niece and nephew. Those were big, ambitious projects, and the year before that, it was just as bad. So, this year was not that ambitious for me. And I know that there's going to be some of you that are like, oh, that's really ambitious. And then I know that there's going to be some of you that's like, I do that in a week, kind of thing. But it's just the way I did it. I do things, so. But it all turned out pretty cool, especially for me just barely taking up leather working not too long ago. I actually think the wallets turned out really, really well. Now, sadly, I couldn't tool them or dye them or anything like that because I'm using pleather and not veg tan leather. But I did do a, what's it called? Peekaboo color popping combo. So, for example, my son's wallet, my middle son's wallet is black, but it has peekaboo blue, which means that I took the cover of his wallet and I cut out a K and did like an anchor design in the front, and then I like on the front panel of the wallet, and then I did peekaboo blue behind that so that the blue would show through in all the places that I cut out. And then I did blue stitching all the way around the wallet except for that one little teeny tiny pocket that I mentioned earlier that I'm gonna have to go back and fix so that his wallet doesn't come apart on me. So hopefully I could get that just sewn and fixed and not have to completely take apart my whole, because I'm going to have to unstitch it. So cut out the stitching, open it up, take apart the front and the back panel, and then stitch the pockets down to the back panel, and then put it all back together. So I'm gonna have to do that. Anyway, I'm just hoping that I could do it without ripping the peekaboo blue stuff that is behind the back, because if I do that, I'm going to be extremely upset because I won't have enough black leather to redo the whole thing, or peekaboo blue stuff either. Well, actually I might actually have enough peekaboo blue stuff, but definitely wouldn't have enough for a whole new black wallet. So without having to go and purchase some more, if I could find some more. So hopefully I could just get it taken care of and it'll all be fine. But we'll see. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm kind of like blah. And by blah, I mean like my depression's getting me pretty bad today, and I'm a little overwhelmed because I went to go and get the rest of my kids' Christmas stuff from the store today instead of buying it online. But I got in the store and my anxiety was so bad that I had to leave the store, so I couldn't make the purchases that I needed to, which is fine because when I was looking around the store they didn't really have what I was looking for in the first place. And so I just called my husband in a panic attack. He told me that we could just order it online and it would be fine, and I just bought my Christmas wrapping paper and some tape and a pair of scissors, and that in itself cost me $25 for 2 rolls of wrapping paper, or 3 rolls of wrapping paper that were $4 each, and a pair of scissors and a pair of tape. Cost me almost $30. So then I came home and I started looking for the stuff online, and I did find a battle blade of Barina that would be really cool for my one son for his Santa gift, and my eldest son, he wanted his own craft station for Christmas, so we got him a desk and some organizers, and then I stocked up his little corner, which wasn't that bad. Like, I buy coloring books for him every year, and I always get my oldest a sketch pad and some new sketch pencils, and other than that, I just bought him some acrylic paints and some water paints, and I gave him some of my watercolor paper and mixed media paper that I have here because I paint and draw as well. So that wasn't too bad. And then I bought him, his own set of little markers and his own set of colored pencils and his own set of gel pens, which wasn't that expensive because I just got them off of Amazon, and they're not really that expensive in the first place. So there's that. And so he's all set. I just gotta spray paint his new desk to match his bedroom. His bedrooms are in red and black, and so I find furniture that I like the aesthetic of, the build of, the look of, and then I just take spray paint and spray paint it in the color of my kids' room. In this one's case, it's red and black. In my other two's room, which they actually share a room right now, it's blue and green because one's favorite color is blue, the other one's favorite color is green. So it's like, well, when we got the room, it was green. Now it's yellow and orange, but still, blue and green look really good together. So the furniture actually always turns out really, really nice when I spray paint it, so I'm never too worried about if it's gonna look bad or not. So, and I mean, even if it did, it's, for my kids. So, and as long as they're happy with it, I'm happy with it. And yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, I think imperfections give stuff character, so I never really mind if, like a little scrape gets in it or something like that, so it's all good. Let's see, what else I want to talk about. So, I know what I want to talk about. What are some of your guys' favorite Christmas traditions? Here in this house, we have a few of them. We always do some kind of charity work, Toys for Tots, Secret Santa, Angel Tree, something like that, to help other people in need. We always open pajamas on Christmas Eve. We drink hot chocolate and watch the Polar Express. So those are some of our favorite traditions. And then we go and we look at Christmas lights. Like drive around and look at Christmas lights. And actually we just came home. We went really early this year, but we always go to the Christmas village that's here close to us. And we actually went this last weekend. It was nice because usually, like, when we go, there's like snow on the ground and we're all in our winter clothes, like our snowboarding clothes, because it's cold. But since we went so early this year, which wasn't really planned, it just kind of happened, it was nice. There was like no snow on the ground. Yes, it got a little chilly, but we had our coats and stuff on anyway, so like it really didn't matter. We had beanies and coats and gloves, so it really didn't matter that it was a little chilly because we had our warm gear. Now, I mean, granted, we weren't decked out in full like snowboarding gear, but that was okay. We didn't need to be. It's really nice to walk around and look at the lights. I really, really, really needed that day, so I'm glad that at the spur of the moment we just kind of decided to go. So, was nice. I got my Christmas tree up as well. Over this last weekend, or maybe I had it up before. I don't know. I got it up recently. So that was really nice. And now that I've got everything bought, I just got to wait for it to start trickling in, start wrapping it as it comes. So putting it under my Christmas tree, which I usually do every year as it comes, but this year I'm kind of like, should I do that? Because in this house that we have now, for this year, for whatever reason, my 4-year-old is really tuned into taking ornaments off my tree and playing with my Christmas village and playing with my nativity set, and I'm just like, stop touching my stuff. So I'm kind of skeptical about putting stuff under the tree because I'm afraid he might rip them open before Christmas. And not only his, but his brothers too. And I'm like, do I really want to deal with that? Or do I just want to wrap them up like a week before Christmas so that like I only have to fight with my son for a week instead of 2 weeks or 3 weeks? But then at the same time, I'm like, I just really want to get stuff under my tree because it looks really funny to me not having anything under it. It's like I said, I usually have stuff under my Christmas tree by now, and I don't. So it's kind of bugging me. But I went and bought the wrapping paper and stuff today because I'm probably going to end up wrapping some of it anyways before Christmas because that's just what I do and it feels weird not to. To me, it feels weird. To some people it might be weird that they don't have stuff wrapped under their tree until like the day of Christmas. I don't know. That's not how I do it. But I am really excited because this year I've really gotten into doing gift baskets this year. So that I quite enjoy. I mean, I usually do like gift baskets for like the Sub for Santas or Santa community efforts or, you know, like the charities that I'm doing, but this year to do it for people that like I just want to pick this stuff for, because even with all of those charity organizations, there's certain things that they ask for that you need to get them. So it's not really being able to pick out stuff for like a gift basket. It's more like what they need and then I just put them in, you know, a basket. Whereas this year I'm actually thinking of like cohesive gift baskets, I guess you could say. So like if I'm doing, for example, like a pampering gift basket, like I choose a color scheme, I stick with that color scheme, I choose like a certain scent, I stick with that scent, and then I get to pick every single item exactly what I want it to be and put it exactly how I want it to be in the bag, you know, and decorate it how I want to. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was able to put it in the bag how I wanted to and decorate it how I wanted to for all the charity stuff that we do around the season, especially that. But I didn't get to like hand pick every single thing like it was a list and they're like, well, they need this and this and this, you know. So it's been really nice to do that, and I've been on a kick with it so bad this year that I bought my son a cooking gift basket that I gotta handpick every single thing that went into it, and a tool set that I picked every single thing that went into it, and the hot chocolate bomb gift baskets that I'm doing, the one that I'm doing, I gotta pick every single item that went into it, so that is really, really fun for me. I really enjoy doing it, and then like I gotta pick the bow that I want, and it's just been a really, really nice situation. So I do foresee doing more gift baskets in the future. I am actually on the kick of it so bad this year that for my kids' gifts to like the family, so like when my boys buy stuff for each other, or for me and the hubby, we are actually doing gift baskets. So it was nice for me to kind of guide my children into making really awesome gift baskets when they come together, because I just let them pick, stuff to go in it, so with like me helping them pick it out. So actually really excited to see those being open on Christmas Day. I just love the unlimited creativity, total control that you have when you make DIY gift baskets, I guess you could say. I am hooked now, and I probably will never go another Christmas without making DIY gift baskets, so I'm super excited to put them together, because right now I have all the stuff that I need for the basket, but I haven't made them yet. So I'm actually really super excited to make those and let my creativity show through that aspect as well. But yeah, other than that, it's been a really nice little week. I do want to talk to you guys about the 12 Days of Global Christmas that is going to be happening here on my channel. I am gonna start doing them on, I believe it's the 13th, maybe it's the 14th, and I will choose the winner of the giveaway on the 28th. Last video will be on the 25th, and I will be sending out the gift after I get in contact with that person, probably around the first week of January, depending on how long it gets to come in contact with that person, so that I could get to where the address or wherever I need to send the gift to. So, and I do have it's a Christmas coloring book. I know it's going to be a little late for Christmas, but honestly, when I bought the coloring book, I really wasn't thinking about that, and I should have been, so I apologize about that, you guys, but at least there's going to be a giveaway. And it will be another copy of this book. Now, this is my personal book, that's why it's all bent and stuff, out of shape, but I do have another copy that hasn't been colored in that will be the giveaway for the 12 Days of Global Christmas. Now, the 12 days of global Christmas is, it's a countdown to Christmas, like the 12 days of Christmas. It's just called global Christmas because every day I will be coloring a snow globe, a different snow globe for the 12 days. Unfortunately though, when I printed all of them, the backgrounds ended up like a light gray color. I'm not sure, like when I had them printed for me, because I didn't print them, but when I had them printed for me, all the backgrounds ended up with a slight grayish tint to them. I'm not sure what that is or whatnot, so I won't be sending these out to my family, which I originally wanted to do. I originally had printed 2 copies, told them to print 2 copies, and I was going to color 1 copy way before the 12 days of Christmas and send them out, and then just color the same pictures again. However, I'm not going to send them to my family because they ended up with this weird gray background. Also because even though they're an actual postcard printable, some of them are really blurry, even though like they were meant to be printed. So I'm not sure if that was just a fluke in my printing company's thing, or if they were supposed to be gray, like the gray on a grayish like background. I'm not sure. It didn't look like that when I found them and got them, but when they were printed, it did look like that. So unfortunately, I am not going to be coloring these postcards and sending them out to my family, but I will still color them here with you on 12 days of global Christmas. I do have all the pictures right now, but I am debating whether or not if I should find a couple more to color that aren't really blurry. But then at the same time, I'm just like gonna color them here on the channel, and then they're like just gonna get thrown away. So I'm like, do I want to do that? I don't know. So until I decide if I am going to print more ones to cover the blurry ones, then I will. If not, I will color the kind of blurry pixelated ones the best that I can and just go from there. So right now I'm just going to take this really light color and I'm going to color all of the snow. I know you probably won't be able to see it at all when it's dried, but at least I want to have some color down on them. It's a really light color. It's YG000. Right, YG, oh, 2000, not 000. So really light color. Probably won't pick it up on camera, but I could see it in person. So I love how this little reindeer turned out. I fell in love with this picture when I first saw this coloring book. In fact, this one picture is what made me want to buy this coloring book. I mean, all of the images are really cute, but if you were going to look at like the back of the book on like Amazon or something, you only get to look at, you know, a few pictures. And this one picture right here is definitely the one that made me go, yep, buying it. Even though it's a really pretty book and I really like it. I love the simple coloring aspect of it. I love the fact that it still has black and gray on the back, like the back sheets. I love that it seems to not bleed my markers that well, like too bad. I mean, they still bleed a little bit, but hey, they're alcohol markers, like what can you do? So, And another thing that will be happening here on, well, maybe not on here, maybe I will do a couple videos with it, but it's more or less just something for me and the kids to do. I had bought the Sally Berry Advent Calendar book, and I thought, you know, it would be really awesome if my boys would sit and color the pictures with me, like one a day. Now we all have our books except for one. His book will be here tomorrow, so we're gonna have to catch up a little bit. But if you want to see the book that I chose for my kids to do in the Advent calendar, I just posted up a video. A video went up today on Sunday for it, and it is uploaded, so you can go check that out. But basically, it's just a really simple Advent calendar coloring book for my kids to follow along. Very simple, like the Sally Berry one. Because I didn't want to do, I thought about doing one that had pictures like this one in it. It's another one that I found on Amazon, but after like thinking about it, I decided not to go with that one because it's for me and all of my boys to do, and my 4-year-old tends to get really bored when he has a lot of things to color on one picture, or he doesn't get bored, but he starts to get frustrated, so then he starts to scribble all over the page. I didn't want him to do that, so they're really simple pictures like the Sally Berry Advent Calendar coloring book. I did do full flip through of the Advent Calendar coloring book that I got for my children. I didn't bother to do it with the berry because the Sally Berry book, because it's been shown like probably a million different times on YouTube. So, okay, maybe not a million, but you get the point. It's been shown a lot on YouTube, so I just didn't bother with that. But we will be, as soon as my other son's book gets here tomorrow, we will be coloring one picture a day for also an Advent type calendar. We also get the little Advent calendars that have like the chocolates in them, like the little chocolates. We do that every year, and I'm hoping that if this goes well and my kids love it so much as I'm going to love doing the Advent calendar coloring book, that maybe we could start doing that as a family tradition as well. The only thing that sucks about that is like my husband don't color, so I kind of feel like he's like getting left out, but we still do it. So as you guys can see, here is the end of this absolutely cute, adorable little coloring page here. Last thing to do is to sign it like I do all of my pictures. Alright, and there you are. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share if you have it, and also if you would like to hit that notification bell, I would really appreciate that. I'm sorry that my voice has kind of been like today. Like I said, my depression's getting the best of me today, so, but at least I got on here and did it, and I did it for y'all. So until next time,